action keeps coming, and the stakes in this one are high. A place in the final of the Fallen Angel tournament in memory of the late Nancy Benoit up for grabs. And this woman, Ronnie Knox, just one victory away from making it to that final.
Dave, it's been a fantastic tournament so far. Ronnie Knox with a convincing victory at Rude Awakening.
Please make some noise and welcome the wrestling engineer. This is Ronnie Knox.
Knox with a victory over Artemis in her quarterfinal last month at Rude Awakening to make it to this semi-final.
And her opponent.
Now you want to talk about wrestlers who have been making headlines. You've got to be talking about this young woman who has shocked the world in her quarterfinal and will be looking to get what I'm sure many would say will be an upset again in the semis if she were to make it to the final, but she certainly got the talent to do it.
And ladies and gentlemen, she is the representative of the Nyte. This is Violet Nyte.
And we saw a victory for Violet Nyte over Harley Hudson last time you and I were here at Brave New World back in May. Obviously, Hudson, given her accomplishments, was considered by many to be the favorite for the entire tournament, but Nyte had other ideas.
That's one of the things I love the most about tournament competition like the Fallen Angel tournament is that you can have your favorites, but all it takes is 3 seconds. And if you are a favorite going into it, someone like Violet Nyte has a point to prove. And now, as a result of having taken out Harley Hudson, you've got to think this is all Ronnie Knox's, looking for a scalp right here.
There's a quick roll up from Knox. Almost ended it quickly. Backside, Knox is going to get those shoulders of Nyte down again. Great split-legged stance to increase the leverage. Nyte was able to kick out again anyway. Once more, going to try and get those shoulders down. This time with the legs hooked and another 2 count.
Nyte wisely taking a breather because we have been hot off the blocks here.
By the way, speaking of Harley Hudson, she's going to be with us tonight. In fact, with us in our next match this evening, teaming with the brand new internet champion, Adam Bolt and Harley Hudson, both on the path to legacy. They're facing Ivy and Oscar Prospero this evening.
That'll certainly be one to watch. I'm expecting a 5-star performance from Prospero tonight.
The winner of this semi-final, by the way, will face the winner of our second semi-final, which takes place at Legacy. That match is going to be Alfie against Lily Winter.
This has got to be frustrating for Ronnie Knox in this moment. She really showcased in that early going exactly how she wants to maintain her stamina, really control this match, but it's been just not present as Violet Nyte, walking around the ring, and now, there you go, goading her out of the ring, back into the ring. This is smart strategy. Oh yeah, by all means. Yeah, look, it's athletic competition. It does happen like that. My pleasure, my absolute pleasure. Might keep this bottle.
You are unbelievable. So is Violet Nyte for that. Matt, there was Ronnie Knox looking to stop this ludicrous game of cat and mouse. Nyte with the elbow, Knox moved out of the way.
Have to hand it to Ronnie Knox. There was a trap being set and she managed to avoid it spectacularly.
And Knox able to trip her up, now folds her up in the cover for 2. Here comes Knox. And that headstand on the second turnbuckle, kicking Nyte away and then making her collide with the corner.
Got to wonder whether or not this is making Violet Nyte rethink her strategy. which was to frustrate Ronnie Knox, and apparently it hasn't worked because...
There's a low uppercut from Knox, hooking that right leg. Nyte was able to find enough power in those legs, regardless, to kick out. But Ronnie Knox very much on top here, looking for that place in the tournament final.
This crowd firmly behind Knox. There's no accounting for taste, I suppose.
You're quite the fan suddenly of Violet Nyte, aren't you?
Well, you know, I've been blessed.
She deemed to speak to you. I mean, because she wanted your water, mind you.
Hydration is important, Bradshaw.
Yes, I'm sure. Well, so is that clothesline. Could be vital as Violet Nyte off of that clothesline within a half a second of booking her spot in the final. And suddenly the pendulum has very much swung here in favor of the woman who you're clearly favoring, Violet Nyte.
The pace being slowed down once again, getting in the face, frustrating. When your opponent is coming at you at speed, at pace like that, it's important to try and find a way to push back, which is what we're seeing here.
No doubt there's been a very deliberate switching of gears here from Violet Nyte as sent Knox hard into that corner, sent it with such ferocity that it knocked herself off her feet as well. Knox is really struggling to breathe on that illegal choke over the middle rope.
Well, it's only illegal if it goes to a disqualification. At this point, you're technically outside of the rules, but they're there to be bent.
Well, you think referee Danny Mox was counting to 4 because he likes it?
Yeah, well, he's just checking he got there.
Just checking he can count that
Yeah.
high.
Unconfirmed reports suggest otherwise.
What are your sources, Mr. Professor?
Good journalist never shares their sources. Just trust me on this one.
Oh, Knox.
I know a guy.
Underneath the legs here. Catches the arms. And able to take Nyte off her feet. Great stuff from Ronnie Knox. Good for a 2 count.
And not just a kick out that sent Knox flying.
Yeah, Nyte just sense of desperation almost as she's just kicking Knox away, trying to get some distance. Going to buy herself a couple more seconds to get back into this. And it paid off because she hit the snap suplex. A swing of the hips here. Floats over onto the top, forcing those shoulders down into the mat. Knox able to get out, but Nyte will feel she's getting closer.
At the end of the day, a tournament is all about getting that 3. And if you're on the receiving end of a pinfall, it's all about the resolve you have. How can you get out of that pinning combination?
Yeah, no second chances here. It's a single elimination tournament. You're pinned, you're out. That's why we said the stakes are so high for both of these young women. Knox trying to free herself from the clutches here of Violet Nyte. Will send her to the ropes. She won't reversal of the Irish whip from Nyte. Went for a big clothesline, missed it, and then a drop kick to the lower back. Puts Knox back on top.
Violet Nyte putting all of her energy into that clothesline, but that momentum sending her forward. Miscalculation.
Anyone's game here still in this semi-final of the Fallen Angel tournament. Here comes Ronnie Knox again.
Just goes to show what this tournament means to these competitors, what it means to P.E.W, the opportunities that'll come as a result of a victory.
You've got to love the intensity of Ronnie Knox. It's what's made her one of the most talked about wrestlers in the country. She holds on to that left arm there, using it to force the head and shoulders down. Once more, Nyte had to dig deep to kick out. Managed to do it though.
And keeping hold of that arm, crucially, being able to take a kick out and turn it into a submission, as we're seeing here. You've got to hand it to Ronnie Knox.
Fans are wanting a tap out. They're not going to get one. Instead, we might get a fisherman's neck breaker. Holds on, got her tied up tight. And Knox did very well, I think, to escape that one, because it looked to me like there was nowhere to go.
This is exactly what it means. It just means more when it is a semi-final. The opportunity to make it into the final, to write your name in the history books, it means more. You find resolve you didn't know you had.
Knox, the sunset flip here. to get it. Got a kick out there with Violet Nyte.
It looks like she's going for a knee bar.
That knee bar by Ronnie Knox. With that spare leg, the right leg, you can see Nyte kicking just ferociously to free it up. And I think Knox may have hurt her elbow. And wrapping that arm up to a modified Russian leg sweep. Then hooking the head. Knox with nowhere to go here. Knox in the middle of the ring. Ronnie Knox. She may have to tap. I don't know if she can get to the rope.
Oh, it looks like she might.
Knox.
This has got to be excruciating. And that's it.
She gave up. I think she gave up.
She's tapping. She's tapping.
She's tapped.
Progressing to the final of the Fallen Angel tournament, Violet Nyte.
An unpopular result here, but an impressive one. Again, for Violet Nyte.
There can be absolutely no question. That was all Violet Nyte's skill, technical skill. In the middle of the ring, locking that submission in. It looks excruciating, and it forced Ronnie Knox to tap. She had no other option.
So Violet Nyte advancing to the finals of the Fallen Angel tournament. Alfie or Lily Winter awaiting her in that final. Those two competing, as I said, at Legacy in 16 days' time. And I'm sure Violet Nyte will be focused intently on what happens a fortnight from now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Violet Nyte will return in a few months' time.